Hello. The temperature is finally dropping a bit again, so I feel a bit more comfortable streaming. Yesterday was absolutely awful. It got us like 36 degrees. Didn't get the best sleep, but hopefully I can still get this done. So finished the first batch, so I just have the second 4 recipes. Need a void output. Can do that out the back here. Input heat. Does it need to be bigger? Not necessarily. I think I'll just have it like that. And then need another Trishkin. You filter to steam. This was just for the electrolyzer. Wait, no, I don't actually have that slot. I only have this space. I really don't have much space for that actually. But yeah, I can't place it there. It's not in range of the LCR. Just let me think a bit harder. I have to put it on the bottom, I think. Okay. See what I have. Needed Samarium rare earth solution. Where am I getting that from? Here. So that is already dealt with. Both these are dealt with actually. So you phosphated. You just need to be centrifuged. I don't think I have space to make a bunch of output bursters, so I think I'm just gonna slap a big one on and filter it after the fact. Something like that. Just the general auto output. Actually, like, if I wanted to filter output bursters, I would have to filter every specific one. That's how it works. A bit sucky, but you know. It's just how it works. But yeah, just all the item outputs are essentially dealt with. And the item inputs. You have this one here. Only need, I do need 2 circuits. But I can also just put one on the controller or one in the input bus as well. But I do need 3 different items as inputs. Which actually though that means I technically can. So I can do that and that, and then limit insertion. And then getting the cerium dioxide from over here. And still need, maybe I also need to make ammonium chloride as well. Yikes. Kind of running out of space. I have like, I don't have very many slots left. It's gonna be pretty spicy. I'll definitely have to do another quad input hatch. Well, first of all, these things are meant to be inputs. But I think I'm just gonna swap it with a quad. But like these are expensive anyways. Like due to my automation, I kind of just have everything up to IV. Like I think I got like pretty much everything automated. Stuff like indium, just mainly use like from like past IV, so it can't really count that. That one's gonna be annoying to automate though. Gonna I think I have two different things in the near future that I'm gonna need raw ores to automate. Which means that I will need to set up miners for both of those, but I do unlock those in LUV, I think at least. Void miner. It's the first one. Yeah. Would appear to be LUV, although late LUV. Like, the netherite line is... what's this? Whatever. It's monstrosity. Everything's just a line at this point, there's no simple processings. I guess it's probably more like that the simple processing steps are just trivialized at this point, and the only thing that really stands out are the full-on processing lines. I would be able to get through the lines quite a bit faster if I start with my excessive need for compacting things to no end, but it is fun. I can have my fun. At least as long as it's fun. I don't really have a particular attachment to it. So like once it's more hassle than it's worth, probably just stop. This might be one of the last ones I do. Super compact. Like making this more compact than I really did the plat line. And really the only thing that I'm making compact is the LCRs. But it is fun. Just gotta make sure it stays that way. Wait, yeah, I'm probably also gonna need to make hydrochloric acid on site. Yeah, let me get some science again. I wanna mark my quad inputs. You have to mark them immediately, and I can't edit these signs either. It's very useful support mods, but they're just missing from this. Definitely want chlorine and hydrogen in the center one, and then nitric acid over here for sure. Then also oxygen and nitrogen on the right. And no, I didn't do water yet, just added the reservoir hatch. The water's handled. So nitrogen. Oh my god, I always forget. Do this. Okay, actually gotta click in on the recipe first. There's one day I'll remember. I could also make the hydrochloric acid in the right LCR technically, then use this space here. I think I might. So making a hydrochloric acid in there, so I will want a bigger one. Like that. Just so much here. Probably should organize it a bit better. If I place it in a different tab, I'll have the full space for it. So then I add hydrogen back into this. And I removed it. Because I am stupid. Just so many controls. There we go. It's okay. Good enough. Like, whatever at this point. I don't need it to add up in the ratios anyways. Okay, so nitric acid, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Yep. Wait, no. That's wrong. I don't want hydrogen, I want the chlorine over here. So nitric acid, chlorine, oxygen, and nitrogen. Even though it's colder today, it's still plenty hot. I gotta remember to drink my water. Okay. So in this one, I want hydrogen, because it's used over there as well. I want the hydrochloric acid as well. Then guess I could do ammonia as well. Ammonia and ammonium chloride. Yeah, probably do that. It's not that important. So hydrogen, hydrochloric acid, good enough. And ammonia and ammonic chloride. I forgot what it's called. Ammonium chloride. Well, I couldn't fit that anyways. The signs are just not big enough for these long ass names. Then I also need an output for ammonium chloride, which I don't need much. place it there. Ammonium chloride. And also just deal with the steam trash products as well. Like that. Steam is dealt with. Still need carbon monoxide and do whatever with this. There's just loops. Samarium, rare earth, mud. Oh, it just loops back onto the right. Okay, well, nice muddy Samarium rare earth solution. Bit of a long one. So I need to put it in the same hatch. It is buried and is not gonna cut it. But I could also take this input hatch, just swap these two. Then place the output hatch on the top. Bit like this. Though I can't face it up. EBF is kind of really getting in the way here. Suppose I could... Placing it in the middle isn't gonna be a good idea. I'll have to place 2 extra casings. So I think this is just kind of the only thing that will work. Face you up. This around. Muddy Samarium rare earth solution. Always gotta be so long. Okay, just set up this pipe ahead of time. So I remember, because it needs to take quite the journey. Hate to forget where it needs to go. What am I missing still? Carbon monoxide output? That just... Oh. No, don't do that. Actually, it just removes the... you only click it once, it removes the input item without removing the lock. It's pretty convenient, actually. Okay. Anything else missing? Well, probably want to deal with all of the item in and out. Well, I guess I should also deal with all of the... No, I'd have to move the sign. I can do that. Oop. Nitric acid. Chlorine. oxygen, and nitrogen. Then I remove just the sign, not the block, because I need the block. Second, I'm just fiddling with some Twitch things. Okay, got a bot that invaded me and I wanted to see if I could remove the message because it was bugging me. And I could. Okay, let me get my conduits. Just the ender should be fine. Right. This guy needs to go to the left as well. So does the wait. Oxalic acid needs to as well. So looks like I'm making another quad input hatch. Because I forgot those. I'll just move the ammonia. Like I can also set up the ammonia loop itself in here. Like, do I need to? I think I'd rather pick up this guy to grow in the pits. And then big output hatch for the carbon monoxide. Then another output hatch for the hydrochloric acid. Not gonna try to pipe it back into and make a priority input. I'm just gonna recycle it and then make all my hydrochloric acid anew. It really isn't that big a deal. Oh, and also the nitric oxide. Might be worth making this a conduit then, so I can only need to run it once. So you also need to find your way to the electrolyzer. Yeah, I think I will. Something like, I guess actually something like that. Then I can also do those to the network as well. Then do, is that like a pink? Magenta, good enough. And filter you for, what is Samarium rare earth concentrate. The same here. And here. Yeah. And then this on blue. can just pipe them all into a quad here. So nitric oxide, carbon monoxide, and hydrochloric acid. Okay. Should be able to set up the right one though. I'll have to rethink this over here a bit. So insert brown nitric acid. Then all the rest I just get from my system. Like that. Should probably set up the getting from the system while I'm here on the step. Okay. Actually, I don't have any controllers on me. Gotta go grab one. Probably like the most inefficient controller has ever been. At least for now. No, it'll continue to be inefficient. It's just gonna be bigger later. I guess. Actually, no, I want to do like this, because then I can see better. General auto crafting, I guess it would fit under. So general auto crafting 6. Yeah. It should do. I think that might be all I need. I'll just put it in later. Probably disable limit insertion here, so I can do bigger batches of this recipe. Probably might be in my interest to make this a bigger input bus too. Just so I can stack all of the sugar. Why is it taking so long? It'd be like literally a instant recipe. Like a loaf? Why is it taking 4 seconds for my assembler to start? It's crazy. Always slacks off when I'm not looking at it. Yeah. Hopefully the throughput will be good enough. Yeah, it's not the worst of getting the pipes. Though it is pretty annoying to do after the fact. So you need you, oh, and you. Now for the ammonias. Suppose I could just put down another quad here. I could put down a single. Do it need more space even? Put down a single down, some singles up there. Ammonia loops, right? Yeah. It does. And it's valid. Then I'm gonna need some sugar. Right, gotta do it exactly the way it likes. yeah, I need a item conduit. That's how conduits work. And I also need more of these. What? I don't have a recipe for small electron pipe? It's crazy. Crazy work. Wow, such an advanced recipe. So what is my minimum on these? Just in ones. I think... what am I doing? Yeah. Get conduits, because I think I just want to... Right, and then I'd want to... Just remembering how to play the game, give me a moment. Yeah. Should be enough to get started. Also color this cable as well. Right, I don't have to walk over, I can just do the whole line. I'm not connecting it just yet. Deal with that later. Oh yeah, I can also get rid of these. Then boop, boop. A little something like that. I mean to press that button, but I guess that works. I guess my inventory is quote unquote sorted now. So much worse than before. Sorting is a lie. Don't forget the filter. Don't know if I'll need it, but I just want the filter, so it's not gonna mess up in case I do need it and forget. Besides, filters are not expensive. Could make do with just like at least one speed upgrade. Make this a lot faster. I think that should keep up with demand. Doesn't have to be that fast anyways. Okay, am I missing something? Or is that side done? I just have to do the item logistics on the left side now. So everything will just get dumped out here. So Samarium V, oxalate. Shall go back through. Can I just like disconnect that? I think I might just be able to. Just makes it simpler if they're visually disconnected. And filter, my beloved. Then I also need cerium chloride in here. The cerium dioxide should already be being put in. I need carbon for the blast furnace. I'll deal with that when I get to the blast furnace though. Blast furnace also makes carbon monoxide. You guessed it, I'll deal with that when I get to the blast furnace. But I might be getting to the blast furnace now though. Just has one recipe. It's also just a bit of a dead end, actually closing some things. So I'll want to... It's kind of blocked though. So it's also going to be blocked. I just have to move the trash can a bit. Could always move the output burst and swap the location of those. You need to be steamed. Beautiful. Should work. Oh wait, right, I need power to get to the EPF as well. How would I do that? Item input, item output, I can put the fluid output on the back. You need HV, Cuban nickel. Is this not trunk loaded? They haven't counted most of the time. Should be chunk loaded though. Weird. It's like it should be showing like 2 days, shouldn't they? The server's been up in that time. I don't know. It's not that important. Machine runs all offline, then that's all that really matters. Don't need the maintenance problems to run. So let me actually just do my maintenance now that I remember. includes this factor as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, honestly, I should probably just stick to using the toolbox. That's what I know how to use. Dumbass is not qualified to use a mallet, I guess. How would I get power to the EVF though? Yes, I guess I probably like just run it into this tile here. How much does this recipe need to run? 10 seconds? Yeah, that's very fine. Then as for coils, coil. And I have nichrome, so I guess nichrome it is. Go convenience. Oh, and I think I also have for requesting a EBF. Like this. Give me one of those. Come on, it doesn't take that long. Wait, I only need 16 of these. Right. Yeah, I think the math is mathing. Anything else I need? I need the energy hatches, of which, well, energy hatch, I'm just using one. Then, how much space do you need for that? Not much, but still best be safe. The throughput is slow. Output hatch. Little something like. How do we do these? Just extract on blue. And this is another carbon monoxide, which is dealt with. Then need a input and an output bus. Just one of each. Okay. Yeah, and then I also need this to actually connect there. So I need carbon. And here, this needs to be on blue. I also need to filter this before everything goes wrong. I think I need to switch everything over to orange due to needing to mix the two networks. Do one of these and one of those. Everything's gonna be filtered anyways. It's just like the standard at this point when there's so much going back and forth. Oh, and also limited insertion. I think it might be broken at some point. Because like the carbon should be making its way in. Did I... No, I didn't filter anything. Just have the carbon in there. Also, I could name this Sam. I'm forgetting something. Oh, yeah. I'm indeed pooping a bit. There we go. Actually set it to inputs. It's gonna have a lot easier of a time inputting. That does make sense. Then I also need a input bus on this fella. Yep. Extract blue. Just filter this. Not because it'll do anything, but just to that little bit of security. And it'll filter this as well. So in case I do a oopsie daisy. Then I can build the rest of this. Yep. Good. Everything is good, everything is great. Yeah, do still think I have some items I need to deal with here though. Like this needs to go to centrifuge. Which I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna get access to, or how I'm gonna power. I cannot block it. Honestly, I think it would have made a lot more sense to move the EBF over one tile so I can actually get through this middle bit. But like, it's not like it's too late to do that. So let's do that. A tile this way. Just gonna do everything I just did, but again, for fun. What excellent gaming experience. Gotta stretch my wrists real quick. It's still quite toasty out. It's like 28 degrees. Humidity is also probably gonna be through the roof today. I don't think it'll be worse than yesterday though, but it's still gonna be pretty rough. Let's just check the humidity. Just bear with me here. I find out where the hell to see that. Oh, 76%. How fun. %76 humidity with, well, 24 degrees at the moment. Still gonna rise a bit though. It's peaking at 25 degrees today though, so it's not gonna rise that much more. The humidity goes down a bit throughout the day. Rained a lot this morning, but it's not gonna, shouldn't rain again too much. Might drizzle a bit. Oh wait, yeah. I don't get the filter back when I do that. Still like stuck in here. Sneaky filter. That was brown. You extract on blue. Should be set up again. Much easier when you don't have to actually think it out. And yeah, these take an exceptionally long time. Oh. You just straight up need IV. Okay, it complicates things a bit. You need IV. And you, come on, can you open? You need EV. So... do that. Then I guess I power Mr. I need IV power from below. So I cannot do it off of my line up there. Probably a good time to make the mixer I need as well. One of those, please. I'm actually so excited for when the temperature starts dropping a bit. It's gonna be so much nicer. Actually, just pure bliss. Okay. I'll deal with the electrolyzer once I have some of the parts. Get the mixer placed. Really care about other things. I wasn't looking at my chat. Apologize. Hello. Hello, Elfie. Welcome now. I am back off to Striker. Have fun. Thank you for the follow. Okay, I'll stay on my own stream. My apologies. My silly. My goob. Alright. So the EBF should be set up. I guess I just set up a pattern for requests for industrial centrifuge and the industrial electrolyzer now. How expensive are the casing blocks for these? Tumbaga, kernel, I do not remember what these are made of. You take niobium, the rest is cheap. Barraging steel. Molybdenum, the rest is trivial. Tumbaga should be very easy, yep. How's my niobium and molybdenum looking? Niobium is decent, I guess. No, it's not decent, it's just not great. And what was the other? Molybdenum. Molybdenum is just fine. But I still think I should save a bit on the casings for the electrolyzer. As for the Actually, that was confusing myself. I should save a bit for these, because Syncona was a problem. It's for the electrolyzer. Cheap as all hell. So I don't really care about that one. Centrifuge, however, gotta be a bit careful with the niobium. Is that niobium B, actually? No. How would I go about getting a passive source of niobium? These haven't really helped me much yet, honestly. They haven't really helped me at all. They've given me a bit of salesman, as I've really found another good source. Looking through all this is probably gonna be fruitless, but still, there is something I would very much like to find it. Triton. Does need Neptune though, so I don't think I'll be able to get that. I don't think I have Neptune yet. I don't think I have any of these yet. Maybe if I get the Mutatron, I can ignore the requirements that would normally tier lock it. I can ignore both of the requirements. I could tier skip a bit with those. Yeah, like this isn't gonna be overly helpful. Ilmenite Slag. Just Ilmenite processing. Can I get Ilmenite from a B, perhaps? So if I could, I would go through the process of setting all that up. What's the difference between these recipes? The one is non-purified. Yes. Seem to be the difference. It's just not really. I can't really see anything for helping with niobium. It's annoying. Please start going with this guy, just like get everything passive and not have to worry about it. There seems to be another one that I need. Actual -4. There's not even like an overly annoying way to get it, it's just like nothing. It's a bit unfortunate. When do we get the actual ore? Tier 6. Ah, it's just always something, man. Even getting it by meteor is awful. God. Oh well. Guess I'll just ignore it for now until the game lets me solve it, probably. Just have to occasionally go mine for the resource. It's annoying, but what can you do? hey, at least I get access to a much better vein for it soon enough through the pyrolusite vein. These planets always gotta have so much garbage on them. There's also some monosite vein. I think this might be one of the ones I set up a... like actual platinum ore. This might be one of the planets I set up a void miner on. It's got some decent options. Yeah, like also iridium ore. There's osmium on this would be great, but I do doubt that. And like half of the veins here I'm somewhat interested in. Could be nice. Though it will come with time. Need to get quite a bit of infrastructure before I can even make it there. Or make the miner. But back to focusing on the task at hand. I guess I'll just minimize the amount of centrifuge parts I use. So let's set this up. One of those. What's the minimum? 6. One of those. And a muffler. Like that. A maintenance hatch. Like that. And the rest will just vary. Just looking for the base structure here. Should just be this. And then the electrolyzer, one of those. Just do 18 of those because it doesn't really matter. Then a muffler and a maintenance hatch. Can you like fucking... Jesus Christ. Always something. There we go. No, not quite. There we go. Okay, and then I think... Nah, I'm just gonna do it in the big one. So, boop, boop, boop. How? Right, I also need named paper. I have the level, so... What's my naming scheme for these? Well, yeah. Just do industry L century. Okay. UJ. There we go. Oh, never mind. There we go. Industrial centrifuge. Industrial electrolyzer. Yep. Yep. Oop. Give me one of those. Then clear. Nope. So annoying with the scroll bar. I just have to like drag it over it. And no. Electrolyzer. Yep, should be good. And oop. Oh, never mind. Oop. Electrolyzer and centrifuge. And I just put these in, as is my system. So now we just request one of those. One of each of those is what I meant to say if I wasn't stupid. Alright, I don't actually have the recipes for these. So need me one of... whatever, I'll just manually craft it when necessary. Do elf glass. Can I just like set it to do whatever? I don't know. Just do that. Which elf glass do I have in hand? 16. Would be fine. Can just go quickly craft a batch. Not like it's expensive. Always change it later too. So already made you. I need more patterns. One of those. Is it stuck or something? My inattentive ass. So what is wrong with this recipe? It's not the first time it's gotten stuck. What do you want? Is it just the water? Water 9. Why is it water 9? What does the 9 mean? Do some of them have like numbers in parentheses? Parentheses, I guess. Just brackets. I don't even know at this point. Like, why is the water not coming through? How does the water just go bye-bye? I don't get it. I do not get it. Water and the sodium, actually. Does water and sodium combine in a chemical reactor? It's gotta. Chemical reactor. Sodium. Yeah, it does. That's what's going wrong. Just gotta keep it off of the circuits instead of leaving it on like a absolute goober. Let's do this. Perhaps one day I'll get over my goober addiction. Why is it ticking out so slow? Oh, it's not. No, it's just because those are crafting slow. So when you have one fella on this guy, you want stinker. No parallels. Alright. Then get me one of those. I'll need a stellite rotor. That's not AO. That's not an R. Let me try again. I'll figure it out eventually. Those. Damn, I really have none of this. So my ass just manually made this before. It's a bit odd. I don't recall being in the Stone Age at that time. So I even unlocked this in the Stone Age. Evangel with a ray, thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome in. How'd your stream go, man? And I do have the rods, I think. Were you like Steam a few days ago, man? Z8, you already know. I was not. I've been IV for quite a while, actually. I think you're taking misunderstanding. What's the word? Confusing me with someone else. I am not progressing particularly fast. More taking it carefully. It's more my playstyle. Yet for better or for worse, nothing has exploded for a while. Suppose that would mean it's going better. Being snared by slow vac freezer speed and lacking resources. What tier are you in again? I forget. You're like in one of the UV tiers. Right. UMV. Alright, that's like the very late one. Yeah. Water's still so weird to me. So off. Do you use like a universal automation for your vacuum freezers? MA1. Right, that's my naming scheme. Or MA Tower 1. The subnet. Take it you're using the mega vacuum freezer, probably more than one. Or maybe you're not, hence why you're struggling with the throughput. The limits about space-time infinity cooling. What vacuum freezer are you doing? Or are you like Are you running 2.9? Actually, no, this one does take extra coolant. I'm just not remembering. Well, it's not really remembering. I've never really looked into these. They are quite overkill for me. Well, no, probably not really. Like, I can afford this. I don't have the space for it. It's the main reason. Like, cryogenic freezer is plenty good for now anyways. Just tears? I see. So this is what you're talking about. How many of them do you have? Many of the mega... The MVF, yeah. I'd imagine you probably have a few, but I'm not really sure how the scaling goes, so... Can't be sure. Hence why I ask. Makes sense, right? I'd also need the schematic for this as well. One. 10 of them. 9 for the auto crafting, I see. Well, can't really understand much of it. It's a bit beyond me in terms of the scale. I don't know what throughput and problems you deal with that stage either. But I don't really see why you would be asking me for help anyways, and you're just saying it because I asked. So like, I'll just maintain my thing, do my little EV, little IV progression. Trying to get the Samarium line up and running right now, just a small one. Yeah, I suppose it does make it's a bit confusing that the EBFs better. Well, actually, no, it does kind of make sense because EBF's recipes are typically longer than the vacuum freezer, so maybe it's due to that. They don't necessarily need to go hand in hand. It's not like I'm the guy that designed it that way. So I would not know the train of thought behind it. Got everything for these. How convenient. Any circuit? Yes, circuit 1. Shove it next to there. And now I should be able to request my multis. And the electrolyzer. Maybe the changes to the multi-blocks, because like the MVF is the one of the multis that gets changed in 2.9. Maybe they balance it a bit better there. I haven't really looked too much into what exactly gets changed. 20.1. Is that I'm not too familiar with the newer Greg. Is that like the version like Stark Technology is running on? 'Cause I honestly only really have experience with what you see right now. Like, this is my first time getting particularly far into a Minecraft mod pack in general, and also the first Greg that I've played. I am just a budding Gregor. This thing's so loud. We'll just pick GTNH because it was labeled as hard, and for me, a challenge being harder motivates me more than it discourages me. But still, I don't think I would have been able to go for nearly this long without being on a server. Having other people to share your creations with sure does help a lot. Like, genuinely. Doesn't necessarily have to be on a server patch, you can get the same effect through a stream as well, but as of now, my stream is still silent, like I saw it half of the time, so I'm not really feeling the itch there, and besides I already have plenty through the server. New MEBF and FAC use the same running as Flu Solidify. Right, yeah, I remember. Now that you mention, I remember that, and like speed up the longer they run. No, like what I mean by the server is that this is actually like a server with other people on. This is a private community server. There's quite a few people on this. Might recognize this guy, Meat Weasel. Top 3 here do stream. Elf streams as well sometimes. But for the like the speed up of the Mega EBF in 2.9, does it like start at a lower speed than the current one, and then get faster up to like the normal rate, or does it start at a like the normal rate and then get up to extra speed? Thanks for the follow, Evangel. Appreciate it. Well, sometimes you just forget to follow. I understand. Do the same thing sometimes too. No, really, the like, I think the like the mentality around it changes from person to person. But for me, the like the followers are just a number. It's really like, if anything, if I want to care about anything, it's like the amount of people actually like engaging with the stream, because that's where I get like my my entertainment of a bit, being able to actually chat and feel like actually showing what I'm trying to show. I don't really care too much about the exact follower number. At least my mentality on it. LPF. Guess it's a thing that got removed. Don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, go get my multis I just made. Start with, I'll just grab both. Don't worry about the rest later. Oh, LPF is like a fluid solidify multi-block. Is it's, yeah, the one that replaced. Yeah, like, I feel like the updates for DTD is kind of just like ping pong back towards adding quality of life to make your time easier and just removing good options. Like the ping ponging between making things easier with quality of life and removing good options to make the pack harder and more tedious. What was that multi-block that could run 64 different single blocks inside of it? What was that one called? I have heard of that one. It also got removed long before I got here. Processing array. Okay, so that is the PA in question. Well, is there even like isn't GTNH kind of just like more of an open source project? The devs kind of just like introduce themselves and add what they want to add. Like, is there like a full-on actual dev team for it? So I do not know. But like maybe I'm just misunderstanding. But I would definitely label the added multi-blocks as something that benefits late game performance by making multi-blocks need to be spammed less. That is something that benefits the late game. Here I need 2 EV. Where would I want to put that? I think probably like over on these two, because then I can run power through here, split it off there, go down here, go to EV somewhere along here, make my spire of HV, and then connect the EV at the back, and then you can just be a separate line, separate branch. I see. So it's like there's a primary dev team, but they accept help if people want to give it, and like add community made projects occasionally. I'll go refill my water. I'll be back in a bit. been so incredibly hot lately, the past week, and the humidity is like 80% today. Yeah, it was like 36 degrees yesterday, but at least that should be like the peak of it. Should be dying down a bit, at least where I am. It's very nice. Actually, maybe like enjoy living a bit. I could even get myself to stream here the past 2 days because it was just gonna be too hot. Today like almost falls into that category, but also like I wanted to stream. So it does feel like maybe I'm just like overthinking things a bit, but I do just feel a bit rude to like I'll say it from the beginning. When I like stream this, I kind of feel like I'm including more than just myself inside of this entire project. And I kind of want to like keep all the important things on stream to not have leave people left out. So yeah, so just wanted to play the game in general. Which means I wanted to stream as well. Just get this damn Samarium line done. American is so refreshing to hear the EU complaining about the heat. But like heat in Europe is a lot different than heat in America. The humidity is so much higher in Europe, it makes it almost impossible to efficiently sweat. Like even if it is less hot, you're gonna be feeling it a lot more. And also the lack of air conditioning in most households. I think it's like only 20% of households actually have air conditioning. It makes it even harder to deal with. Like even if the numbers themselves are different, it's a lot different of a situation. Wait, did I ever set up the output for that? Less than 4% in UKF aircon. That's kind of what I'm talking about. The 20% is like overall, and it's not evenly spread. Technically live in a rainforest. What do you live in the jungle, or is it just like a? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, especially you thought of the technicality that kind of could go in all ways. Like, would like you to elaborate even just a little bit on that. I think I just like do one output bus here and then filter it afterwards. So I want the... Well, actually I kind of want everything except for the tiny piles to just go into the network. I guess that makes it pretty simple. Appalachian Mountain. South is constantly humid in America. How humid though? Is it like 80% humidity? It's like in Europe it's gotta be like at least 50% humidity constantly. Okay, I'm not trying to like say, oh I've had worse than you, it's more hot over here. I do just genuinely want to know. I just need to add hydrochloric acid to this list. It's not how you do that, I always forget. Fog every morning. Well, I feel like a fog is more like a... Like isn't fog like when it's humid but when the sun isn't strong? Like when it isn't shining bright? I forget how fog works. Could be completely wrong. Can I do a priority on the fluid conduits. No, it's never a priority. Really wish there was just like a extract priority on the conduits, or just like any priority on the fluid conduits could also help. How do I want to deal with this? Well, actually, I guess it's just as simple as I shove it all into super tanks. Boop, boop, boop. Not quite. And, well, actually, I want to put the... I want to do it like this. That, and bigger output hatch for the chlorine. Because... well, it's not making that many at a time, but still. Again, it's hard to compare the two, because we also have massive deserts. Well, you're not going to be able to compare the entirety of America with the entirety of Europe. You're not going to get very much out of that. It very much averages out somewhere along the way. And, like, I thought we were just, like, comparing, like, more specifically your situation with my situation. But maybe I misunderstood. Just put a big output bus on this, even though it shouldn't matter. But still, it's just to be safe. Do I have everything I need to? I got power, I got all my fluid outputs, but I want to filter these too. So chlorine, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Just give me a moment. Yeah, if it's like around 70%, it just told me the numbers myself, I didn't have to search it. It's my goob. Should probably see if I could adapt my setup to have the ability to both search and have the chat open at the same time. I haven't really figured that out yet. I'm kind of just using the Twitch integrated stream manager, which means that if I use my tab for something else, it's kind of blocking it. You give me a temperature that isn't in burger units. I cannot read that. I don't vibe with the vibe based heat index. Oh, missing the muffler hatch. That's something I was missing. And right, I also want to set up the filters now. Perhaps I should. I think I should. This one is the nitrogen. Move the nitrogen over here. Nah, Fahrenheit is not better. Don't lie to yourself. There's no world where basing your temperature off of how something feels, like percentage, like, oh, it's 50% hot right now. That's not better in no way. You could use decimals. You use decimals in Fahrenheit anyways. Well, you measured V was just by like 30, I think it's... Like, I might be remembering wrong, but V was just like above 37.5 degrees, if I remember correctly. I don't really... Like, why are you even getting the, it's like, what are you even saying? Celsius only goes to 10 while Fahrenheit goes to 20? No, they literally both go further. I'm pretty sure Celsius goes further than Fahrenheit in any case. Like, having the, if Fahrenheit was just offset from Celsius, that would be fine, but having like the entire aspect ratio and like the entire curve off and on a different scale, just like why? Do Americans just have a need to have things be different, even if it's at the cost of the actual practical use? That's something I probably won't get. Probably not much reason thinking about it. Not so much reason actually like having a back and forth discussion about this. It's not gonna end anywhere. It's not like any of us even made the system. It's just the system I was comfortable with. I'm not much one to argue anyways. We each have our own systems, for better or for worse. It's what we're used to, and what we're used to will always be better than what we're not used to ourselves. Well, Kelvin is like based off of Celsius, by the way. Kelvin is just like Celsius, but it starts like 273 something degrees lower. You kind of up from there. It's the same ratio. Which is why I think that objectively Fahrenheit is the outlier, because it has a different ratio than both of the other ways of measuring temperature, which just makes everything so much more confusing. If it was just like Celsius, but the temperatures was offset to have a the 0 point at a different point, then like that would be just fine. I would literally have no problems with that. But the fact that it's a different ratio is the thing I'm like annoyed at. Just confusing for the sake of being confusing. Well, I'm complaining a bit too much. You had already said that to stop this discussion. I'm done now. I will stop. Is there any reason to really do anything with this? I don't really care about the thorium. Was measured with water. Well, I think things like Celsius is just like, I think how Celsius was made is that the ratio, like the curve of it, was based off of water, that being like the most common liquid that you'll come across, and the thing that's most commonly gonna be heated and cooled on daily use. So that's what the ratio was based off of, and what like the freezing point was. Where did Fahrenheit even come from? Do you know? It's like all I really know about is how it's integrated, like today, not how it's used today. I don't think I ever looked into how it was made. Those temperature Fahrenheit could consistently achieve in this laboratory by mixing ice, water, and ammonium chloride, a specific salt, to avoid the need for negative numbers in typical winter weather. Yeah, so like it's designed for like it is just like I heard it at some point it being referred to as like percentage hard, like 30% hard, 50% hard, 100% hard. It's just based off of like a subjective idea of how temperature should work. There's no solid grounds to it. Of course, there's never gonna be that many solid grounds in a system like this. Like we choose when we at what point we like what ratio we make, where we like how we measure it, how we put it on the graph to begin with. But like it just seems like it has such a weak foundation. That's why it falls short, at least for me. Still, I can't really argue much further than just a subjective opinion on this. C is sea level at ambient pressure. Well, I wouldn't know. Yeah, I'm too silly to be conducting a discussion like this. I don't have too much information. All I have is a opinion off of what I've seen on the internet. I've never actually like looked into the exact science of either where the methods came from or like how they work more specifically, or even like the proper ratio. Besides, I've been out of school for a while. I'm getting things more and more too. Certainly not helping. So you're saying that at 0 degrees is sea level at ambient pressure? I wouldn't think so. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Like I wouldn't think that there's freezing temperatures at ambient pressure at sea level. So I must be misunderstanding what you're trying to say. I think I'm just gonna shove the Thoria Knight back into my system. Just gonna make this easier. These two in. Input bus. Where's this gonna be coming from? It's coming from the diluted. It's gonna be coming from down here. From where is it? From here. So extract brown. As for the return, don't actually have a return right now. So insert on opal, because I think I'm using blue somewhere. I'm using blue here. Let's not mix those. So this is the input, so insert. We'll need a filter as well. Otherwise things could go very wrong. This one. And just shove a bunch of hatches on this. This is what peak efficiency looks like. Yeah. I just need to connect the power now. Oh wait, yeah, I need the mixer as well. Mixer. Salt, samarium free chloride, which is going to be coming from number 2. Kelvin 0 is vacuum, Celsius 0 is ice formation. In most places, Fahrenheit 0 is the lowest temp you see in EU at the time. But still, like, times change. Like, the Fahrenheit is not going to be accurate to a lowest temperature today, is it? Like, I'm just guessing. Guess maybe speculating, I'm not sure what I would call it. I can... no, I think I would want to do this here. Then, Kelvin's the only one with a real standard since ice formation depending on multiple things. Yeah, I suppose you have a point. Like, still, my main point that I'm going off of is still, like, the ratio of it. Like, yeah, Kelvin is the most... like, I think Kelvin is... Like, Kelvin is used mainly for the negative temperatures in science, and Celsius is used more for the positive temperatures. I think it's mainly how it goes. But I'm also not sure. Don't know if you'd guessed that by now, but I'm not a scientist. Nor am I much sure of anything I am saying right now. Just going off of vague memories, because it's not something I've really refreshed my mind for quite a while, which is what makes you forget things. The Kelvin doesn't have negatives. I mean, like, it's used for what would be negative in Celsius. So, like, the freezing temperatures. But I guess freezing temperature is also kind of subjective, because freezing temperatures depends on if the temperature is on a negative. But I mean, like, if you had to measure, like, minus 100 degrees Celsius, you'll just do, like, 170 Kelvin instead. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Then if you wanted to measure, like, 1700 Kelvin, you'll just do, like, 1500 Celsius, or whatever it would be. I'm pretty sure even the like the American scientists use Celsius. I'm not sure. Probably depends as well. Yeah. Then I point you in there. Then extract. Actually, I can just extract off of this side, save a bit of space. Extract everything except these tiny piles. But I think we can both agree that Fahrenheit is a bit closer to like being it's a bit closer for like the convenience of every day-to-day use for the average plebeian than Celsius, though it's close enough of a difference that it depends on what you're used to. And then Celsius and Kelvin are best used for scientific accuracy. think we can probably leave it there. Come to a consensus. You're saying Celsius or Fahrenheit is only good for describing the weather? You're probably saying Fahrenheit. So it's 100 is basically the only temps you'll see in Europe. I guess you mean in Fahrenheit as well, yeah. Well, not really sure. Like, what is... Just do it, check real quick. 0 Fair... Even spell this thing. Fahrenheit is so annoying to spell. Yeah. 0 Fahrenheit is like 18 degrees Celsius, so yeah. Like for convenience use, like the percentage chart of Fahrenheit does cover like all the bases you're gonna be seeing. But still, like Fahrenheit is more than just 0 to 100 degrees. It does go further as well. And I feel like it kind of shouldn't. Like it's not intended to be used at those extremes. Not meant to be that accurate, anyways. So perhaps they should have just said that there isn't anything above beyond 0 or 100. Wait, actually, I can't put it there, can I? I have to put it over here. Yeah. Both of these actually kind of getting in the way. I could move the maintenance hatch though, right? Yeah, I think... Yeah, I can. Move main T up there. Add Earth for temps. Yeah, kinda. Well, if you're referring to Fahrenheit. Well, actually, no. Now that I think of it, I'm not really sure what you mean. Maybe I shouldn't be so hasty to read to things. Kind of, the heat is kind of getting to me. I don't really think I can think all too awfully clearly. The human body is not designed for 25 degrees, 80% humidity. It's kind of scary when you're like actively watching your mental performance decline as it gets hotter. It is just terrible. I think I'm gonna go open a few more windows. Didn't break 37, but did break 36 degrees Celsius. That's how hot it got at peak yesterday. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna go air out a bit. It's getting too hot in my little death box. Okay, I'm back. Also helps to... Oh wait, actually let me... My seat is sweaty, let me deal with that. I got like a shirt on my seat and it's like completely drenched in sweat right now. Let me just like turn it. One sec. Alright. I think I just had the powering left to do. I need some transformers. Need to go to IV, go to EV twice. Okay, so we go. Transformer. 2 of these to go to IV twice. Need 3 of these to go to EV fries. And then need 1 of these, but upgrade it to 1 of these. Oh look, it's the meat weasel. Yeah, this is my first time using AE2. Is it obvious? Can you tell just by looking at it? Like, this is my first time doing a lot of things. It's also my first time building a base as well. Pretty happy with it though, but my base design mentality right now just leave there to be a lot of like undone walls. Oh, you like the end IO conduits? It's just I find it easier to do like manage a lot of IO with end IO instead of AE2. It's also kind of before I really used A2 overly advanced. It's probably like the most advanced AE2 I've done so far. This little box of a subnetwork where it only extracts and doesn't put into the other network. And I still also need to remind myself of how exactly the priorities work. This version doesn't have the convenient little overview when you open the menu. It's a bit sad. I like that overview. Times I've used it. Well, like I also do dual interfaces and conduits. I just do probably a lot more conduits than you do. Like I'm still just doing the IO, still provided by AE2. So much damn spaghetti here. Can you even tell what's going on at all? But does 2.9 add the overview on the priority screen? That would be quite nice. Just trying to think back to what you could be referring to. Always like trips me up a little bit when people don't use because like I get the messages like 20 seconds after they're actually written, so I kind of just got to think back to what the messages themselves could be referring to. And why is Twitch doesn't even allow one to say ass in the chat? Like turn down on the moderation a little bit, because like that's it's not offensive at all. Like what the hell? Well, like you did say that you're in America. I'm also running off of a Wi-Fi, not Ethernet, so like the delay is kind of inevitable. The building guide, not sure if A2 components have it in the UI or not. Well, probably by the time I get to 2.9, I'll have a general idea of it figured out. Like, let's see if I can remember it. The positive priority is insert first, extract last, which would make negative insert last, extract first. So we're both on Wi-Fi. Yeah, that would do it. Not leaving the best situation. Okay, that should be everything I need. I think at least. Just run it. No, don't run it through. I can't put covers under full blocks. Besides, I don't really need to run it through anyways. IV to EV and LV to IV. LV to IV, IV to EV. They're both facing the correct direction. Couple A, search by voltage. It's always easier to do that. And need some HVs as well. Need some big fellas. Would like quite a few 16x. For now, just 4x will do. Okay, EV. EV. Yep. Little checks, because I don't want to blow up. Like, that's a fair thing to want to not do. To IV to EV. Yeah. Connect that. Won't blow up. Because that would be cringe. Not even sure when in the process it would blow up, because I haven't had I haven't had anything blow up in so long. I don't even think I've ever had anything blow up due to bad voltage. It's more scary than having things blow up often. So you don't know like, I'm kind of used to learning by failing, not learning by well, like, actually being smart or something resembling that. Oh, thanks for the bits. Big emote. Like, I've never really like opened the bits menu before. I know. Well, I guess it's free by default. I think you can make your own as well, but I've really gotten into that. There's just so many things I could set up, and it just takes so long to set things up. But in any case, thanks for the bits. Some more HSSG. Can't take that long. It's probably taking a while because it's not spreading out between the furnaces. No, it is using two different ones. So just like a long recipe. The EVF is just so dissatisfying to me. I want instant recipes, and it's not complying. It's only really good for bulk crafting. They don't do all that much for the slower, and also the machines don't communicate with each other and share the processing. So if it does more than, if it starts using the parallels, it won't be able to use the overclocks, so it'll just be the same speed anyways, the same power cost. Unless, of course, it manages to run it at 1 extra overclock while still using parallels. Don't know if what I'm saying right now really makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. Just a bit of a yapper. Maybe to EV. Set you up like... guess like that. Let me think, how would I want to set this up? Wait, yeah, right. I'm remembering how I planned this. And I set you up like that. No, like that. You like that. So then we have LU to IV, IV to EV, IV to EV. For those facing in, that one facing up. And then this is 4 to 16, which actually means a little... Well, actually, I guess it doesn't really mean I need more there. Because I'll only use the full 4 amps if I use the full 16. I'm using 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I set the number. I hate myself. Why did I even bother pointing that out? Even lost count because of it. Jesus, man. I hate being autistic. So 4, 5, 7, 9. Right. And then 10. Like, it shouldn't use all the amps. It should use 12 at most. So, like, everything should be fine. But then again, like, transformers are kind of unpredictable. But I think that's mainly in terms of burning cables. I don't think machines are gonna somehow use more power than they can. But then again, like, I don't know. I just don't know well enough. So, yeah, we wing it. Worst thing that can happen is just a power fail. I just fix that and happy days. Just need some ammonia as well. Take 12. Just like need to fill the ammonia loop because I've forgotten. I think there should be ammonia. Yep. Ammonia, ammonium. And in there. Bingo. What's the last time you blew something up? It was in the like it must have been like an LV. It was my very first oil pump that blew up. So like it must have been LV. It was right here and it blew up in the rain because I hadn't had it covered. I think that was the last time. Also, like it's completely unrelated to this crater. This was actually due to it burning down, due to solar boilers just catching on fire for no reason whatsoever. Sometimes it's very annoying. Solar boilers in a house made of wood is not the best idea. I really should rebuild this sometime. Just haven't really found the desire. I don't even walk over that particularly often. Only really when I need ore processing or the extractor, because I haven't made a better extractor yet either. No particular reason at all. I'm gonna go put these in my storage, so just throwing them. Okay. So then I'd want you there, that. You are HV, right? Yep. Then I'd want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16x cables. Cableless. Electrum. So just want 8x. So there would be 40 wires. Right, can I do basic arithmetic? It's the moment of truth. Also, can I do this? I can. Oh my goodness, I can do math. Sure hope I'm not gonna blow up in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Need 3 of each of those, so 15. It's not how the menu works. And then it's just circuit 24. Which I don't think I have reachable. So yeah, this is not reachable. Oh well. Guess I'll just run it in single block. It's fast anyways. So HV, output HV. This one should already be getting power from the back. Just like that. Then further this. It's now a third for no particular reason. So then we're gonna run my cable. Guess I just like run it along here and just have it dip down when I need the power. So output EV, this is EV. And I could do diagonals. Oh well, I'll just have to do one of these. Boop. So input EV, output EV, EV energy hatch, all this is EV cable. Connect these. Then green. Also need one over here. And then the actual LUV cable. LUV. And don't connect that yet. We'll cover them though. So let me just do my last double checks, mainly on the transformers. So LUV to IV, IV to EV, IV to EV, of those are facing into it. You are facing down. And you are also facing down. Then EV. So nice that you can just see the amperage of the specific phase you're looking at. Makes this a lot easier. Then check the HV chain. And just checking everything is connected now as well. Don't want the power fails. That is connected. Output HV. Yeah. All looks good. And it didn't go up in a fiery ball of flame. Guess that's... Alright, I also need to hook up the input as well. I will probably hooked up the digester. Shouldn't this thing... Actually, the machines aren't turned on. That you'll start making nitric acid. All these turned on. And now you will get some nitric acid. We'll get it afterwards. A bit slow. Wait. Shouldn't it be running at a... Actually no, it's running at the speed it's meant to be running, 4 seconds. That is good. Nitric acid is just slow. This is by no means a fast setup. Okay. Then I need the Samarium ore concentrate. This I'm just not processing, and the other juice I should have handled. So yeah, I think I just need to put the Samarium ore concentrate dust inside of the input bus here, and it will be good. Do we want to fully automate this, or do we want to have it only be like off of what I put in? That is the question here. Because I only have so much of this, I'll have to manually get it anyways, but I'm only gonna get it when I'm low on Samarium. So I guess the question is, how long is it gonna be before I get the actual monocyte line? Well, I'm probably only gonna make this, like if I'm not making it immediately, I'm probably only gonna make this once I actually have a solid source of monocyte, which would be after I have a void miner, so I can actually get a passive source, because I love passive sources of resources. So I suppose I'll wait until LUV with that, so I guess probably could get away with setting it up now. Never really need to make the full line. Wait, aren't you gonna need like the other stuff as well? Because like this also gets you... Actually, zirconium I can get, but Hafnia... What's Hafnia used for anyways? Or more importantly, can I get it from elsewhere? This looks to be off of the line. I'm gonna be getting this thing, that's for sure. What is this used for? That seems to be used for hafnium through this, which is... I don't know, it's an ingot. Does something, I guess. finding out what if this ingot is useful by looking through all the microcrafting is actually impossible. Maybe I can search by quest. Hafnium carbide. Tantalum carbide / hafnium carbide mixture dust. They couldn't even decide what it's made of. Oh. That's a lot of durability. What the hell? Yeah, really hard to tell how useful this will be. Not gonna make a whole ass production line just for tool with more durability. That's for sure. But I guess I'll probably just like plug it in now and then deal with it. Deal with the full line if I end up either wanting or having to make it. Put that in. And those and one of those. Bingo. Bingo bongo. Yeah. Production is producing. Safe to say that we have cracked today. Naturally, I need to put the rest of this in too. Yeah. Then I'll keep that up until I can confirm that it works. But it's gonna be making nitric acid for a while longer. Just come back to this. Okay, what is next? What is on my list? Should be done. Not doing that, at least not before LUV for sure. So I guess source of yttrium. I think I already like have. I kind of already have a source of yttrium from my rare earth. It's gonna keep me going for a good bit longer. Don't need to use it too much. So not doing that yet either. I guess it's time for the assembly line. The big final boss of IV. See if it's worse than the plat line. A little bit of gambling, don't mind if I do. The gambling was not good today. Let me just see if PM is streaming right now. Yes. Weasel of meat. Many meats, many meatballs. I'll probably ask him sometime where you got the name from. The Meat Man. Always interesting to hear like the villain backstory of how people came up with their name tag. But still, I think in most cases just like sounded cool or something. Okay, assembly line. So I think I'm gonna make it, I think like what I recommended was 12 long. 11 long. So I think I'll just go with that. Which would mean it'd be this long. That like actually 11 blocks? Seems so, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's one of these per layer. Alright, yeah, the data sticks as well, I gotta figure that out. Gotta like research parts. So I want to make this one then immediately. Not sure how the multi is gonna work. I guess let me just take a peek into CPM, see if I can find it here. There's a lot to look for. Databank. So is this like some kind of cloud storage for data sticks? I wonder if PM is insane enough to be causing thunderstorms at this point. Yes, dabbled into Stormcraft. I guess it's probably unlikely. But he did also say that he was doing a lot of research. Maybe he's not doing his care. Let me just take a peek at how best he is. Getting distracted again, but it's also like a good excuse to go take a look at PM's base. Let's see how his base building is going. I guess I never really looked too much up here. I guess that's why his building is autocrafting. From a smart dense cable to a Fluix cable, that's kind of funny. The most expensive to the cheapest. I don't use any smart cables in my base because I just never bothered making them. They're not even expensive anymore, just never bothered. So much stuff in here, it's gonna be out of this world. That was the guy. You know, so what are you doing here? You're meant to be in your stream. Looks about the same. He's got like the runic matrix, he's got... Yeah, I'd estimate maybe like 30-40 warp at this point. So I think that's still like a ways off of the thunderstorm. Let me just check where that is though. $55. Well, you might have reached it. Hard to say. It depends. Depends is such a variable term. You have to use such terminology. Might as well just not make a guess anyways. Now you can see, the biome changes with them here due to the silverwood trees. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100 wonder if he's building this by hand or if he's using some kind of copy paste. When I say by hand, I mean like probably builder 1 mainly. Anyways. Alright, can you add like icons inside of these? Oh, I can't open the menu. Go check on one of my own. I guess maybe you can like put a block into this slot. Yeah, can. Did not know that. Okay, well, back to reading about the data bank. Our requirements can be much higher if you use many data access hatches and data bank master connectors. Now you should start with an LUV energy hatch, trying to run the data bank, then scanning the controllable telemetry use needed. Need more blocks than what is... You'll need more blocks than what is asked for in this quest, as the number of data access hatches and connectors is up to you. You can have a maximum of 15 combined. Assembly line reception connector places your old data access hatch. Your assembly line connects your master connector on the data bank with optical fiber cable. Make sure to color the hatches in the cable. I see. There's not like cloud storage, you gotta connect it by cable. It just connects with each other. Data access hatch and connector. Well, wouldn't you only need one connector though? Like one connector to connect the cable to the multi-block, and then the rest can be data access hatches for maximum storage. How big is this thing? Probably that's a lot smaller than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be like a skyscraper for no reason whatsoever. Anyways, enough of the distant lands of multi-blocks. I have a S line to make. We should just like keep the settings you put. Why does it have 11 energy hatches on? Must be like a weird bug with the structure planner. What layer are they on? Top? Why this thing needs 11 energy hatches too? Right? Right, please. Doesn't seem so, yeah. Right, can you technically like do this in one hatch instead of a bunch of different hatches? Like it's probably gonna be harder that way. Like could you just like put in the HV hatch which has the 16 slots and then just like put them in order? You'll probably need the length anyways. It's kind of a bit weird that they will add implementation for that. Doesn't really seem like it's intended to really be used. But I guess the devs kind of just do that sometimes. You're still making nitric acid? God damn. Okay, it has also made oxalic acid. Really likes acid, huh? But yeah, it's just so much nitric acid. See what it tries to make next. I have a crazy guess it's probably gonna be like one recipe and then back to more nitric acid. How much stuff actually needs nitric acid in this? Well, like the main recipe, like I should start with this one next. Maybe I'll just go make hydrochloric. No, it's making the juice. Maybe I should have made this thing faster, but it's also pretty squeezed in there in terms of the space. I had to resort to one EV hatch. Don't know if I could fit two for the extra speed. But still, like, it doesn't need to be that fast. I really need the Samarium for when the ass line is done anyways. And I might not even finish that today. So, do you put like the output hash in one of these slots then? Or do you have to make like another segment of length for the output hash specifically? Ah, these parts are so unnecessarily expensive. What the hell? Reception connector, that's not what I need. I need me this one. I should probably set these up with the recipe as well. I want to use the assembler recipe. Likely not gonna be cheaper. It would be a mercy. I think I already have great machine casings for my EAF. I don't know, probably have it though. Seems like the kind of thing I would have. Little man. Little man. And like, why do these bars never work? Like, how when I grab the top bar, it moves the bottom? So I have to go up here to choose the bar. Like, what the hell? Like, how do you mess this up this bad? I don't get it. I don't get the coding either. There'd be some real spaghetti code to do that. At least I think so. Again, I reiterate, I don't get the coding. Jesus Christ, there's so many CPM circuits. Squads are gonna take like the rest of the day. Might as well just start it now. CPM circuits. Like 32 of those to start. Jesus. This is just a circuit. I'll get that started. Point delaying. Yeah, why are you just like in here to send negative messages, man? Get out. Go back to your stream. Scuba. Might have gone too far on that one. Using such harsh language. Very unlike me to do. god, it needs to use the arc furnace so much. This is gonna take forever. Like, genuinely. Oh, I sure hope the assembler doesn't like, power fail or something. Last stage. So happy for the autocrafting though. I had to actually do this by hand. Like, oh my god, I would never make it. Again, if they remotely expected you to do this by hand, they would make it easier, I'd hope. Well, they kinda gotta, otherwise no one would manage to beat the pack. The energy hatches have to be on the top. Very funny. So cool, bro. Does this thing have a fluid output? No, it doesn't seem so. How's the Samarium going? Might actually move out of the first chemical reactor. Really could have like balanced it out a bit better. Actually, it'll even out eventually. Actually, I still could have balanced it out better. If it put the nitric acid recipe over here, that would certainly help. This one is also much more available for overclocking. So I could move the... Actually, maybe I could move the energy hatches to the bottom and run it at EV to overclock to IV. I don't know. I'll deal with that now in any case. I think there should be everything. Well, I guess I'll just need to get the energy hatches. What power would I need to run this thing at for my parts? Probably like LUV. IV. Okay, let me be a bit thorough with this though and make sure I'm not missing something. Oh, run it at IV. How nice. Because my power system cannot... My power system is not very much for running things at LUV. It's a bit much, considering one machine running at LUV is a fourth of my power grid. I should really deal with that too before going into LUV. But I'm also not properly going into LUV, I'm just going in so I can get the Mutatron so I can set up the rest of these. Try to get some more passive resources. Not even sure where I would go with power from here though. Like, do I scale up or do I try to move on to something else? Guess perhaps I could take a look through the how to generate power tab. Not gonna be able to get enough Nakoda to run these. Hell no. In no way. Drinking battery acid also seems like a poor idea. Thermal power? What's this? This gas fuels that produce power and steam at the same time, generating zero pollution. If the alternatives were being problematic, this is the best solution. This is 4 HP amps per take at a nice fuel efficiency while consuming 100 liters of oxygen per second. Let me just see the stats here. What do you do? take gas, which I have, so that's a bonus. So it seems like that's not gonna be better than not gas turbine. Maybe I just need an even bigger gas turbine. So I do think you can make like one that has 16 built in. Even is the quest. Like the large gas turbine to begin with, that is. With the regulator, already have that. Literally no need to use a H3 one. Where's the bigger fella? Well, I guess I just search for it. Gas turbine. Excel turbo large gas turbine. I guess not the large. Runs as fast as 16, takes a space of 12. LUV. So I guess I just make it to LUV and then try to do this, maybe. Quad muffler hatch for maximum stink. So does this thing need 12 rotors to run? Guessing it would. Probably put one in each of these. Yeah, turbine rotor holder. Guess I just deal with that when I get there. Probably could find a calculator for it, like with the large gas turbine. So I ain't doing the math myself. Also scared of messing up the equation and getting the wrong number. So I always double check excessively. Ah, it's so hot. I'd have to go refill my water again. Just keep forgetting. So it's also baking into my room now. Okay, I'll be back. back. How high even is the humidity now? Is it still like 80%? 74. Damn, it's gone down by like, it was 76 last time more precisely. It's gone down by like 2%. Ah, my window got blown shut. Probably a bit too hard to be playing such a thinking intensive game. Don't have any air conditioner or nothing. Yeah, have I gotten some Samarium yet? No. Let's see. So have you made that yet? You have. The output bus, but it's not being taken anywhere. Guess I didn't really do the filters too thoroughly. When you need to go? Chemical reactor. Need to go back into this one. Also because I can only put in if it's facing down. Might be. Let me test that. I can even... I can reach this thing. Can't. Yeah, that was it. So then I just gotta... add conduit here. Just extract brown. What is wrong now? Hydrochloric acid. Still waiting on this lazy fecker to make all the things it needs to make. Just waiting on all this. What are you making right now anyways? Diluted Samarium rare earth thingy. Yeah, you could just be going back and forth doing that for quite a while. You know what? Just for the sake of getting something out of it now, I'm gonna put in a bit of hydrochloric. Probably not that much, I think like 16 maybe. Let me look at the ratio in the recipe. Yeah, 12 will do. Just to see if it even works, so I can close all these bookmarks. All meant to be in there, yep. Yep. My goodness, it is making the stuff. Then this goes in the mixer, which I have still continued to forget to set up, so let me go do that. Kind of not making it too easy for me though. Need to get over there. But there's just stuff in the way everywhere. Right, I also actually need those super tanks. Damn, I believe I got a lot on this. bar tank. Fetch some more of those as well. Hopefully it's not gonna get clogged by the CPM circuits. It's just the arc furnace being really slow. Straight arcing it. Probably gonna be a while before I can probably craft this. Casing isn't too bad though. What is Ceron? LUV and aqueduct coils. Yeah, I've been getting this for a while. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how I get the raw dust anyways. I want to have the wind blowing in through my window, but it keeps knocking over all the things I have sitting on my windowsill. Just can't have the best of both worlds. Salt. Out of salt? Hello? I have different kind of salt. Do I? It's not a different kind of salt. Is this disconnected? No. Okay, it just took forever. Okay, made me look stupid for nothing. So I guess. At this point, just kind of do this. I guess up until here, like this. Then I just gotta weave around all of this. Maybe I can move something around. What is this input at even for? Are you facing? Facing backwards. When you chloride. Still, it's just item conduit. Just run it around. Something like that. Suppose. Then it's Samarium free chloride, which I need to. No, actually, it's in the correct spot. So I need, yeah, from brown, inserts, new, and you, brown, all good. And then you need to go in electrolyzer. Like, go up, please. Then I just extract on blue. And you need circuit 1. No? Yeah. That should be some juicy Samarium for me. Not quite yet. Well, let me look then. Octopus. Right here. I got the Samarium. Ratios match as well. Guess it's just that. Well, no, it's just that I forgot to actually set that. I forgot so many things. I might be stupid. There we go. Finally unclogged. Then I just need you extract on purple. Right? No. Insert purple. And extract purple. Should work, no? Am I missing something? Is the blacklist getting in the way somehow? Just a blacklist, it shouldn't. Oh, it would just be because I can't take out the side. That would be why. Just run you down. Insert purple. You blacklist tiny piles, and you extract purple. Yeah. Put this in, it will not go to the wrong spots. Very nice. That should be actually finally Samarium done. Yummy Samarium. Only I could afford a taste test, but it's a bit too much of a scarce resource for now. I'll have to wait, as much as it pains me. The big assembly line. Oh boy. No, I don't think that's gonna be today. I don't think that game wants it to be today anyways. It's just too many CPM circuits. another 32 plus 6, so 38. And then, like, that's gonna take a long time to finish. And I'm also getting a bit tired. And I did what I wanted today, so I think it's probably the time to end stream for today. Don't really know what else to do anyways, until the assembly line stuff is crafted. I'll just have to be for the next stream. So much. Anyways, I think that is it from me for today. If you enjoyed the stream, consider leaving a follow. Otherwise, just have a good day. Take care. Don't let the heat bite. This is a relevant term at the moment. And I'll see you later. Now, who to raid? So we could do Striker, Meat Weasel, or Riku. Striker showing his pussy on team, that's kinda crazy. Didn't know you could do that. Meat Weasel is doing bees. You could maybe use the emotional support. And there's also Riku, of a smaller fella. Seems he's looking at IC2 crop breeding. Got the bonsais. Let me see who has rated the most. I rated Emus a few times. Also Striker. I guess I'll do Riku. I think it's worth thinking that much about. And he's not that much more do like to think about things and actually think this through a bit more than probably the average person. Anyways, I think I'll be raiding Friku because I haven't raided them before. And I want to show some supports. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the stream and all that. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.